History of the port. The Bolivar County, which is the county we're located in, decided that they needed to have a port. We did not have one in the past. They selected a site along the river. It's called the log loader. This used to be a chute off the river where they loaded logs for the lumber companies. They decided to develop it into a port. They petitioned the federal government for money. The federal government, this is during the Ronald Reagan era, said yes, that they would give them the money if they could find a plant that would, or a facility that would locate in the port. Once they found a facility, so they knew the port had a future, they would release the money for the port. Survey Steel Company was looking for a place to locate along the river at that time, and was looking for a place between Vicksburg and Memphis. MP&L had a development team who knew about the port's problem, about needing to have a tenant before they could get the money, and they knew about Survey's need to find a location along the river. So they hooked us up along with the Mississippi Development Authority at that time, and Surveys came. The Bolivar County officials took them out, showed them along the levee where the port was going to be, and asked us if we would locate here, and we decided yes. So with our agreement to locate a port here, the federal government turned their money loose and the port was constructed.
Rosedale within the U.S. Is pretty in the bottom 10% of towns economically, so there are definitely a certain set of struggles that folks in Rosedale face, and there are kind of a number of reasons for that, but yeah, it could be doing a lot better.
At the time that we came here, most of the steel was manufactured, and what we do is we fabricate structural steel for large projects like high rises, sports arenas, things of that nature, and chemical plants. The steel at that time when we were looking to locate here was mostly manufactured up north. Bethlehem Steel, U.S. Steel, those kind of places. And so we wanted to be located on the port so we would be able to get cheaper freight to get the steel delivered to us, maybe in bulk and by barge at the time. Also, we're looking at it as maybe we may have a project that's big one day that we need to send out by water. So by locating on the water, we can hopefully do both of those, get material in and get material out.
We feed people. We grow soybeans, and we do use a lot for soybeans, a lot of different things, for a great purpose. If we would look around to grow, harvest, say it again, horticulture, that's what we do, grow crops. Business, that's how they handle their business, through that. Through selling their grains, it goes to the port. Port of Rosedale, right? Yeah, it goes to the Port of Rosedale. All the action, all the business. I mean, you got elevators elsewhere, but we're closer. And that's where they do their business, since it's right across the levee.
Farmers are using it for their grains. Ports typically have been used to ship all sorts of things, from our electronics that we see to kind of more mundane goods.
Farm is not really for younger people. I would like to say that. It's just things we have to do around here. It's only left to do. So I would say.
Boys used to get hired here. They didn't know anything about structural steel, so we had to train them from scratch. That's what these books were for. The state of Mississippi and Mississippi State helped us come up with these books. Their orientation, fabrication tools, because people would worked on the farm and never worked in a factory, so we had to teach them from scratch here.
I mean, we ain't got many jobs around here, and then the vacancy we do have, people just hurry jumps on to prosper,
I think at present, some things we can think about are just a lack of businesses in the area, so kind of not enough, which leads to not enough jobs, which means people don't really have money to spend. So that means that services that people might purchase don't really exist in the area. So you'll have a limited number of kind of companies moving in on both sides of the market.
This company is owned by its employees. We have an ESOP program, where it means Employee Stock Ownership Plan. So the money that this facility makes, after all the bills are paid, any profits that are left over are returned to the employees. So therefore our employees, we've had a real good run. So they have been able to pocket a lot of money. And that money doesn't stay in their pocket. It goes to the grocery store, Piggly Wiggly, keeps that going. It goes, when we have those 100 people who work here, they have to go to Double Quick and buy lunches. They go to the sporting events here. They sponsor their kids who are playing on sports teams. They buy cars. There's a new car lot here in Rosedale, probably because of A's is here. There's a lot of different things that they can do with their money. It's not help just Rosedale, but it also helps Bolivar County altogether, because they get their paycheck, usually go to Walmart and buy groceries or Kroger or wherever. What we pay our employees doesn't stay in their pockets. It gets distributed out over the community here and over the county.
Machine replaced people, which led to unemployment, meaning less jobs for the community.
But the port and the Mississippi River have provided jobs for the people in Rosedale.